Hello, folks. Hello. Let's start with the usual. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I hope so. I should have sound on. Hello, MLS. Law Show. Kim is here. Hello, Kim. KT. O'Neill. Helene. It's me, Josie. Hello. Hello, hello. Good to see you all. Sound is good. Perfect. Jan Anderson just popped over from Hayden. I have invited Hayden over if he chooses to show up, but I believe he has a few hours left of his stream, but I hope I will be going on for a while. Lynn Dalton, hello, hello. Emily Gale, welcome. Rose's Law. Juni Bjones. Good to see you all. Welcome, welcome. 33 of you current here. Last time I had a stream, after a few minutes, there was a video breakdown of sorts. The picture went haywire and I had to refresh everything, so I'm just checking in to see if everything is okay there. Yes, it seems to be. Yes, this is this little stream of mine, the Big Pickled Herring Taste-Test of 2023, has an what do you call it? Fundraiser of sorts. Instead of super chats and stuff like that here, I'm still not eligible for monetization, but I will have this up to see along everything. There it is. So I will check here on recent donations and I will read from there. I will still read from the usual chat, but I will count those recent donations also as super chats. So if you want something highlighted, you will go there. I will refresh the page from time to time to see if anything has happened, and I will go from there. Now let's read a bit from this before we start. It is the Free Zachariah Anderson Defense Fund on givesendgo. Says here, we are the family of Zachariah Anderson, and we are asking for your help to raise money for legal expenses. On March 22nd, 2023, Zachariah Anderson was wrongfully convicted on several charges in Kenosha, Wisconsin. He is currently facing a possible life sentence in prison. We won't go into all of the details here, as the trial was already highly publicized, and we hope that if you watched it, you came to the same conclusion. His guilty verdict was a miscarriage of justice. What we are arguing here isn't unprecedented or unique. This is a tragedy that happens far more frequently than anyone might suspect. According to the National Registry of Exonerations, the rate of wrongful convictions in the US is estimated to be somewhere between 2% and 10%. With a prison population of about 2.3 million, there could be anywhere between 46,000 to 230,000 innocent people incarcerated. Proven innocent people have served more than 23,950 years in prison so far. According to wrongly convicted statistics, official misconduct is the cause of wrongful convictions in 31% of murder exonerations. Source: Criminal Legal News. Wrongful conviction statistics show false accusations are present in 70% of wrongful convictions. Source: deathpenalty.org. False accusations along with perjury were present in 101 of the 143 exonerations in 2019. That is 70.6%. So there we have what we are doing today. As come to the super chat will be in form of donations. Hi, Mariam. Will we be seeing curry silt today? Curry herring? No, those were sold out, which bummed me out a bit, but I have a few up here, and I have two here beside me. And now, first, why did I write that we Swedes eat pickled herring, just as Jesus wanted? Well, let me tell you a story. I hope I will get this right on the first attempt. Imagine roughly 2,000 years ago, the disciples, of course, monks, the loss of Jesus, even though they saw him again a few days later, but then again, for 30, 40 days later, he ascended to the sky. So, of course, they miss him. So they think, what can we do to acknowledge Lord Jesus Christ? So what do they do? Of course, they go to a PR firm, as you do. And this PR firm just happened to be Swedish. Hello, Swedish PR firm. We are the disciples of Jesus Christ, and we want to acknowledge Jesus with a holiday. Do you have any ideas about what happens around this time of year that we can use? Eggs! What? Yes, eggs. It is very funny. It is very good. It is very healthy. And you can use it for many things. You can eat it. You can paint on it. You can... it's very good. Well, eggs do resemble birth and rebirth. So, yeah, yes, we can make that work. And herring. Herring? Yes, pickled herring. Pickled herring. Why pickled herring? Well, you know, Jesus had fish. He wanted it to be enough to very many people. So he choppy, pickle. Enough pickled herring for everyone. Okay. Sure. Yeah, but don't you have pickled herring for Christmas celebrations as well, to acknowledge the birth of Jesus? Yes, pickled herring every holiday symbolizes Jesus. Shoppy, 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 pickle, 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 fish for everyone. A small fish can be enough for several hundred people. Well, yeah, but that's not because it is enough food. That is because many don't eat. Pickled herring for everyone. Okay. Pickled herring again. Christmas and Easter. Okay. Yes. And chicken. Why chicken? Symbolizes birth from egg chicken. And you can have very much fun. You see, piece of cardboard, huh? You fold it, 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 fold it. Then pen. You draw. See? Painted egg. Very, very funny. And you can put candy in it. There's no candy in it. No, I ate it. Sorry. Yes, but why egg and candy? Because the Lord Jesus Christ defeated death, and that is very sweet. Okay. Sure. You set that up, and we will go over there and have a discussion. Yes. You have a discussion. Wait first. Chicken! Eh? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we Swedish people celebrate Easter with eggs, pickled herring, candy, just as Jesus wanted. Oh, so yeah, here we are. Celebrating Easter with, yeah, as Jesus wanted us to do. Oh. Oh, look. We have It's Me Josie, $50. Sent here by Niklas. Let's free Zach. Thank you so much. It's Me Josie. Thank you very, very much. You are a sweetheart. You are a sweetheart. Thank you. Now, let's get on with the tasting. Now, it looks so stupid. But hey, what won't you do for a fundraiser? Now, to eat herring, potatoes, sour cream, chives. That is what is the classic way to eat herring. And we start with classics. This is, let's show here, simple pickled herring. I have one from Coop, which is the medium brand, and I have Klädesholmen pickled herring. This is the fancy brand. And that would be my phone. I forgot to put on side. There. So we start with Coop. Have a bit of herring. You have a bit of potatoes. A little bit of sour cream. And some chives. Let's see how this year's pickled herring is. Well, the ICA, no, the Coop one, mild pickle, decent, mid-range. Now let's see what the fancy brand has for us. Let's take a bit of herring, potato, all in one fork. Sour cream and chive. Let's see how it compares. A stronger pickle, a little bit more peppery, a very good consistency. Yeah, clear winner of the classic Klädesholmen's pickled herring. Now, since we had herring, it is time for aquavit. You have one shot of this. Doesn't all pickled herring taste the same? Oh no, you will see. Smoked herring, but pickled, no. It's perfectly fine. It's still herring. Jesus loves herring. Now, to help digest the pickled herring, we have a shot of aquavit or vodka if you have. I don't have a shot glass, so I'm using an espresso cup instead. What could go wrong? Oh. Hey, good, David Nelson, and welcome. We like ABBA brand in our house, Pesky Citizen. Yes, ABBA brand is the normal, but I already know what it tastes like. So I chose other brands just to have some variety. Or just drink it straight from the bottle. No, that would be tomorrow at Legal Vice's F-It Friday stream. Oh, the broken pickle. When you drink O.P. Anderson, you should eat Brottsjö Sold, like in the Danish classic movie S. is Marta. Where's my pen? I actually never heard of that. Day drinking. Well, it's 9:36 in the evening here, so for me it makes sense. Not the espresso cup. Well, cheers. Ah, that put hair on your toes. Now, aquavit I put in the freezer before, so it's properly chilled. And as always, dark nice beer with that. Did I have pickled herring at the Last Supper, or was pickling not invented till later? I do believe some preservatives were invented a couple of thousand years, much earlier than that, but just as pickled herring. But as I see it, if Jesus could turn water into wine, why not herring into pickled herring? Huh? The disciples could perform miracles too, you know. Huh? Miss Rilu, hi from South Africa. Hello, South Africa. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mads, don't freeze the aquavit. Room temperature. Yeah. It's a matter of taste. Now let's see if anything happened over here. Oh, yes. Wendy Herrera for Niklas Staro channel. Fundraiser today on Niklas YouTube channel. Free Zachariah Anderson. $100. Thank you. On behalf of Zechariah and the family, thank you so much. That is very, very generous. Even though I might look a bit more stupid than normal, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. Ooh. Let's see here. A movie every Danish ship has on board about sailors who don't work, drink, and don't like a Norwegian ship. We have a yearly SS Martha Day in our local movie theater with a lot of beer. Oh, that count me in. I'll watch that. But some of the first pickling was actually fermenting, which is just using kosher or sea salt. Yeah, fermenting we do here in Sweden as well, but with many other things, we take it overboard and we ferment it for very long, and that's where you get surströmming. And that's in August, I believe. It's the season for that. And by August, I will be up north in Sweden to family's vacation cottage. And I will try to see, I'll see if I can stream from there as well. I know quite a few people who love pickled eggs. Yeah, pickled eggs are, yeah, done right, excellent. Kaja Oldenkamp, I'm a fermenter, pickler, canner. Ah, good woman. Good woman. That is amazing to know. Wendy H. Like kimchi. Yeah, sort of. Sort of. Kimchi is also a way of fermenting. Now, that was these. Let's get on with another classic. And we'll remove those so I can reach them. Those were there. Now, it is time for pickled mustard herring. Ah! There are a few classics on the Swedish Easter smorgasbord, and ordinary pickled herring, and then mustard herring. So, as well earlier. Hello, Carol. Good to see you. Oh, I like spicy. I don't know if well, up there is a chili herring as well. Yeah. These are great. These are great mustard herring. But let's start with the medium brand and see what they will bring to us today. Let's bring up. Dripping of mustard sauce. And I will have potatoes, herring, sour cream, boy, I need to clean my desk after this is over, and chives. Oh, that's a good mustard. Spicy mustard. That was great. Good consistency. Very good consistency. That was the Coop kind, the medium. Let's see how the expensive builds up. This is Torekov mustard herring. Torekov is on the Swedish west coast near Gothenburg. Good place to go vacation and go out fishing in the Baltic Sea. No, the Kattegat. There. That's a there. Better piece. Not as runny as the other one. So let's have a potato and herring. Sour cream. And chives. And let's see how this compare. That's different. Not as predominant mustard taste, but still very interesting. Acquired taste. I will have more of this. But now, clear winner in the battle of the mustard herring. Coop. Hey, you took one over. The medium cost pickled mustard herring. One over the Wendy, Niklas, my 12-year-old says to tell you she loves your hat. She's seated next to me on the airplane. Thank you so much. I enjoy wearing it. It's a one size fits all, so it doesn't really fit because, you know, I have a giant head. There's no coming around that. I have the same size nose as Nick Rekieta, but my giant head makes my nose look normal. So what can you do? What can you do? Oh, what have you? Apostate Amanda, welcome. I love mustard sardines too. Oh, interesting. They are great on Ritz crackers with a spread of cream cheese on it. We are having food tips here. Where's my there paper? I will keep that in mind. Liam Dalton, I'm still laughing over here. Is it because It's my second shot of vodka, or is it Nicholas with his chicken hat? Well, might be a combination. Might be a combination. Oh, look at this. Pesky citizen, your hobby was born in Gothenburg. I used to live in Gothenburg in the 90s. I worked at a chemical factory, and then I had a job as a croupier, dealing cards at local pubs. And one of them was the Rock Bar. So if he ever was at the Rock Bar in the 90s, he might have seen me. I was very thin, and yeah, this, but with red beard, blonde hair, and thin back then. Wendy H, you made her day. Thank you for noticing my comment. Hey, no worries. I have it here beside me, so I really try to notice. And if I don't, if the rest of the chat, if you see something, hey, watch this, just point it out to me so I can. The Broken Maker Master and Commander on TV, beer, snaps in the glass, and Niklas on YouTube. A pretty good evening. Yep. That's kind of that's a very nice compliment. I would. Master and Commander on TV. Yeah, I like that comparison. Beer schnapps in the glass. Yeah. And now, since you mentioned it, to help with digestion, of course, medical reasons, another aquavit. I'm warming up my liver for tomorrow. Cheers, mates. Smooth. And dark beer with that for digestion and medical. Yeah. Cheers. Exercise of the internal organs. Yep. Pesky citizen. His parents moved to Skeplanda when he was in 4th grade. He worked at Volvo Aerospace until moving here in 2002. His family still lives in Sweden. Well, Gothenburg is in Swedish measurements is the is it the second or third largest? Let's say it's the second largest town in Sweden. So, well, if he worked at Volvo Aerospace, that's a good place to work. That's a really good place to work. And then he moved over to you. Good for him. Ooh. Please use the pin link for the donations to the Zach Anderson Legal Fund today. Free Zach, yes. And I saw Wendy here, probably going to lose service soon. This airline doesn't have Wi-Fi, hugs to all. We will see you on replay. Thank you so much for the donations to Zach Anderson's defense fund. Thank you so much. For you who doesn't know it, this was Wendy a while ago. $100 to to the Zachariah Anderson Defense Fund. Amazing. Thank you so much again, Wendy. Now, where were we? We were having pickled herring. Oh, look at this. Jan Anderson, $25, donating via Niklas Herring Stream. Good luck with your appeal. Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you so much. You are a hero. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're very, very thoughtful. Very, very thoughtful. Oh. And let's have a bit of another subject. You have seen me through, a few of you have seen me through the months, my different streams, the cases I covered. And so now a bit of, what do you call it, trigger warning. A few weeks ago, I was covering Wisconsin versus Alan Brown. Alan Brown is the alleged Midwest killing spree person who allegedly ended 2 people in Illinois, fled to Wisconsin, where he is now convicted of endangering a police officer and hurting a dog. And I've said this on other places. I am on 7 of the 9 charges he was convicted of. I'm totally fine. But what I'm not fine with is the defense. His defense lawyer had a 32-second defense opening statement, where he more or less said that the prosecution will have a lot of evidence, a lot of testimony, please have an open mind, and that was it. That was it. But I have to, now this is a still picture. There is nobody is in this picture shown as hurt. Just so you know it. Just so you know it. But what happened was they showed a picture on this, the prosecution, a slowed down body cam video with enhanced picture, but they removed the sound for some reason, which according to them said that it was obvious that the defendant, now convicted, was the person who injured the dog. Now, for me, who I'm a union rep, I do labor law, not much trial. I avoid it because this phase I show everything, because in the other end, when I try to completely be still, according to my colleagues, my girlfriend, my family, I have a resting serial killer face. That's not good in trials. So I really avoid being to trials. But had I been on the defense side, I would have argued this is a still. There's no gore or anything. So let me show you. Do you see where my marker is? That is the smoke from a shot coming from over here, from where the colleague of the officer whose body cam this is. Not only did he miss the defendant by a long shot, he fired here and in direct line of that shot. Now, do I believe that was happened? That doesn't matter. I would have argued this like a maniac in court. Now, what did Mr. Brown's defense do? Nothing. Not even an objection to this. Nothing. And that is one of the main issues I have now when I'm a few trials in to the American court system. Now I've been watching US trials for a bit in a year, and I have communications with unions in the United States, so I do know a few things about the US justice system. And public defenders, they both need funding, and in this case they need other lawyers, because you are supposed to defend everyone at the best of your abilities. Because even if you have the worst of the worst, who is accused of, say, 100 crimes, you still have to defend all of these 100, because it might be that he's only guilty of 99, but the 100 he is not, and that's why you have to defend everyone vicariously. So that's it about yeah, Lynn, Zach had a good defense, but as it seems, years of bad press, his face in the local and state news articles just pointing at him, I doubt he had a chance from the get-go. There were 12 people in that jury who did not take their responsibility. And you might have seen me, Vices, and other, that the presumption of innocence must be restored in the United States. And you, as a jury, you have to go in, sit down, look at the defendant, and your baseline is that man or woman or whatever is wrongfully accused. It is the prosecution's job to prove he's guilty beyond reasonable doubt, because that guy is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law. I'm trying to be serious, but yeah, it's Easter Thursday, and we are having a pickled herring taste test. Now, we have so far tested medium and somewhat expensive pickled herring. Time to get into the cheap stuff. And this is 99-cent jar of pickled herring. No, we have presumption of innocence here. We have our court system, our justice system is civil, and we don't have jurors in Sweden. We have a panel of a head judge who is trained, and then 4 layman judges. So there's a panel of 5 who addresses. Yeah, that's from the Brown. The little the defense did was to focus on the reckless endangerment charge and ignored the dog shooting. I guess because reckless endangerment was the most serious charge. Yes, penalty-wise. But now when Alan Brown is going to Illinois on murder charges, I bet you when they see that he was convicted of hurting a dog, he doesn't stand a chance. Hello, Nicola. Yes, free Zachariah Anderson. Now, let's see the cheap stuff. This is 99-cent jar of pickled herring. It is dill pickled herring. This could be a short stream. dill herring, a bit of a potato, sour cream, and chives. That was actually quite good. Good consistency. Good dill flavor. Yeah, surprisingly good. Huh. 99 cents. Huh. Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's good consistency and everything. And now, for digestive reasons, oh, this can be fun. Everybody needs good dill. Helen, ew. Okay. Sour cream. Didn't see that coming. That's the traditional Swedish way of eating herring. Herring, potatoes, sour cream, and chives. Now, I filled that up. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. This would be my third in 45 minutes. This will be interesting. You're in for a ride, folks. Lovely. Oh, yeah. Skål, Aspenfallen. Skål, Linn. That cup is regular size. Niklas is just giant. I'm a big guy, but yeah, this is actually espresso cup. Do I have a... No, I don't. Some Guinness to wash this down with. Yeah, beer mug, wine cup, yeah, potato, yeah. Pesky and sour cream chives and potatoes with Matthias. Yeah, Matthias herring is without doubt the absolute best. Matthias seal. Abbas Matthias herring. There's no way to get around it. And I don't have it here because I don't need to. I know it's excellent. I will have it tomorrow at lunch with the family. So I don't need it now. Now, what are we talking about? Solomon, fellow Swede, more or less. Anderson is the Swedish spelling of that name. Had it been Andersen with an E instead of an O, that would have been a Norwegian spelling. So yes, that, and I don't think I'm revealing any secrets with you being of Swedish ancestry. And I found out that Mr. Anderson's family originates from more or less where I did my Army basic training. So I know that area quite well. It's just maybe 45 minutes away from where I did my Army basic training. Good place, good people. I need one of those. I wish I had. Oh, you mean you mean this? My genetic. I wish I had inherited the height. My genetics dribbled down, and my dad was really short, as I am, and my son. The brother is taller than us, but not much. Fun fact: I am. That's from my line of the family tree. I am the second shortest. My granddad was 6'1". I am 6'3". My father is 6'5". And around 6'4", 6'5", the rest for a couple of 100 years back. So yeah, we are. Don't you have a few more S's in the Swedish version of Anderson? Yes, we spell it Anders son of Anders. But the Americanized version, they dropped one S. That's. Oh no, sir, my coffee cream needs to be the wine glass size. Yeah. Potato. Yeah. Oh. Now, now, another thing that I have been following for a good while is the Andrew Tate case. And yeah, he is now out on house arrest instead of being in jail after a few months. But that doesn't stop. Now, I'm a big advocate for due process, and I've been critical of the Romanian justice system or court system in Romania for too long, the Tate brothers. But my opinion about the Tate brothers in themselves is, well, they are either criminal buttholes or just buttholes. That's it. Don't forget the mega pint of wine. We might get somewhere related to that a bit down the line. Oh, summarize the Andrew Tate case. Okay. The short version, Tolly Pip. This investigation against Andrew Tate and his brother has been going on since at least January of 2021. That is when the Bucharest police started to investigate the entirety of this, what you call it in English, the sex sweatshop business, so-called camgirl business, after a 2017 case of a person who was really bad and then was convicted for being a very bad person and is now currently doing over 30 years in jail. But in 2021, they started with a general investigation about these camgirl businesses around Bucharest. Then, in April of 2022, they got their eyes on Mr. Tate and his brother and a few others after an American citizen called the local authorities asking for help to get away. Now that only resulted in them getting the girl out back to the States and then having an interview with Mr. Tate, which was the beginning of that investigation. But they let him go. And then in, which you might remember, right between Christmas and New Year's, Mr. Tate had a Twitter fight of sorts with Greta Thunberg, which he didn't win. And then just a few days later, he was arrested. Now, me and everybody else thought that, okay, what's going on? And that piqued our interest. But he is in Romania accused of human trafficking, the R word, and organized crime. That is the human trafficking is that he took girls from other countries around Romania under the promise of the boyfriend approach, it's called. That this poor girl in the countryside, Bulgaria or Ukraine or whatever, love you, come live with me in Romania. And then when they got there, hey, I need you to do me a favor. We need to make money, blah, 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 blah. So that is the human trafficking. He got girls from other countries and moved them to Romania. And then remain them there. The R word, well, that speaks for itself. And then organized crime that includes tax evasion, hiding money, using for a lot of things. So that is where we are now. The investigation has been going on since 2021, focused on Mr. Tate in 2022, and now after a few months in jail during the initial, the main part of the investigation, he is now allowed to stay at his home under house arrest with that ankle GPS and guards and stuff like that. And we are awaiting either a trial date or the prosecution saying we will let them free, we don't have enough evidence. In my opinion, it's more of getting a trial date, as it seems now. There, that was the short version. Hope you liked it. I posted Amanda. So where is everyone at? She's in Washington. How's the weather down there? We still have snow in southern Minnesota. Here it's quite clear. Oh, you're talking about you're from Iowa, and I'm missing out some when I'm talking. Lynn Dalton, this is not uncommon for Russian women and Ukrainian women into Romania, which is a member of the European Union. Correct. Romania have had a lot of issues with their court system and justice system, but they have improved remarkably the last decade. Let's see here. Audra Smithy. Niklas, my husband was here when you were talking about your hat size. He needs a 4x MC helmet. He found it endearing, so I had him sub his Papa Grants. Oh, his grandfathers migrated here from your neck of the woods. Yeah. Just to see, this is a one size fits all, but I have another hat that more, because one size fits all does not fit me. That's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. And this is throughout my family. We can't wear hats at all. They don't fit and they look like shit on us. That's it. Oh, since it's Easter, because your hair is too fluffy. Oh, Aspenfallen, that's very sweet of you, but no, the hair up here is slowly disintegrating. It's thick from here and down. Yeah. But hey, I can still look good in long hair, if you remember that. Oh. Now let's what was yeah, this is so funny. South Park pokes fun at Andrew Tate in latest episode. Mhm. Yes, Matt. I've been through a series of hats. It's not only that my head is too big, but my general head shape stuff, I just don't fit in hats. Yeah, but I wish I did. There are some great looking hats out there that I wish I could wear, but I don't. Yeah. Let's see here if we can get this to work. This is from Independent, so we will only see a bit of.
Yeah, as soon as we're done with the psycher phase, I have 5 psycher units.
Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Hey, freeze! You right there! That's Alonzo Fininsky, the Romanian sex trafficker! You big man! Oh, oh my god!
Now, that is amazingly funny. What is funnier is that Andrew Tate sees the South Park skid as a compliment to him. He actually think they are complimenting him. Oh, you sweet summer child. Now, it's still impressive that Mr. Tate has become a multi-millionaire by getting insecure young guys to buy his stuff and buy into his stuff and pay him $50 a month for something that they teach for more or less free on any pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing. If you watch him on Twitter and read his Twitter, and you take a sample of 10 of his tweets, then you go to a Herbalife meeting or an Amway meeting or whatever meeting. There they are, his tweets. And people buy it. I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't. I hope I don't get some strike on me now because I had South Park on, but I don't think so. It's from the Independent. But well. Now, let's get back to herring. Let's pick up a few. We are 1 hour in. We are currently. Oh, you don't ruin my pyramid game. Order Smithy, I apologize. I ran out of the room to write. His paternal grandmothers immigrated to upstate New York. Okay. But they are still from my neck of the woods, a bit up north. Well, still okay. Still okay. Michael, my father-in-law buys his hats from Mammoth Headwear. That is so funny. That's an excellent name for hats for people with larger than usual heads. Oh. Well, now let's go into a bit more of taste testing this year's flavored pickled herring and ginger pickled herring. This will be interesting, and this is the cheap stuff again, so it will be interesting to see if it is a bit of ginger in it or if it's ginger. So let's pick up. Oh, that's a good consistency, stays together. and potato, potato, herring, and sour cream, and chives. That's actually decent that as well. Good ginger flavor on that one. Really good ginger flavor. Huh. Sad part is I didn't really taste much herring. The ginger is overpowering. Someone said 90 people here. No, 72 currently. But it's steadily rising up. We started at 30, then it was 50, 60, now 70. So if we continue for 8 more hours, maybe we'll reach 100. Yeah, the very good ginger flavor, but it overpowered the herring flavor, sadly. But if you like ginger, but not herring, this is the pickled herring for you. It is Nautica is the brand. Nautica ginger pickled herring. And that brings us to taking care of the digestive system. Oh. Cheers. Delicious. Oh. Yeah. Whew. Beer. Oh. Order. Again, my sincerest apologies. I'm having one of those days. Yes, they migrated to upstate New York from your neck of the woods. Okay. Okay. Well, most of them came through there, and then I believe Minnesota is a big Swedish place to be, of sorts. I know. Oh, I don't have that letter with me. I will try to find it. It is from my father's great uncle. Letters between him and his brother. One brother stayed back, one went to the USA, and they have correspondence between each other. And you read these letters, these two brothers, they miss each other. It is so heartbreaking. And I do. We are not sure if that brother in the States got children or if the family went extinct. But I will put the name out in a banner. there. So my father's great uncle, his name is or was Fritz Lindskog, with that spelling, which is an unusual spelling. And we have letters between the brother whose name escapes me now. That's the brother who went to the United States, and Fritz. And we do know he ended up somewhere around Chicago. But that's all we know. Minnesota. Okay. Ian Ronco loves doing these challenges. You should ask him to. He has a link, actually. He has a link. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'll see if he has answered me. Oh, Mr. Ronkel is at the gun range, so he won't be joining us. And I have Ozzy has an invitation, but he has his own stream. We will see if we will keep going on, so he will be Ian's in San Antonio. Yes. Colin. Oh, Senate. Are you here? I'm so sad. Hello, Senate. I was so sad I didn't get to talk to you yesterday. I had work, so work got in the way. So now we have Solomon and Senate here. Welcome you all. Welcome. Oh yeah, welcome. Let's see, where were we? Hey. Oh. S.K. Smith on behalf of Niklas Storov. I believe in Zach. $100 to Zachariah Anderson's Gives and Go, his defense. Thank you so much. Thank you, S.K. Smith. Thank you. That was 17 minutes ago. I should have caught it earlier, but I caught it now. I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, S.K. Smith. Thank you. Whew. Where? Okay. Now. I saw on Twitter that Runkle happened to be sitting behind Branca on the plane. Watch your back. Yeah. Another time, another way. I would have preferred different circumstances, because the more I see of you, the more I see of you in the Facebook group. Yeah, you remind me of people I grew up with so much. And I don't know if you call yourself of the redneck type, but I am of a Swedish redneck type. For you who doesn't know, I grew up in the woods in the middle of Sweden, 45 minutes from a town of 100,000 people. Yeah, I have friends that reminds me of seeing it. I have friends who remind me of Solomon. I have friends who remind me of Zechariah. And I said this earlier, this is why I can't let this go. I really can't. Because you people remind me of people I grew up with. And it's surprising, since we live half a world away from each other. Now, some other stuff I have been covering so far in my channel's history is Amber Heard. Now, Amber Heard is still in a lot of trouble. You know, she lost to Mr. Depp quite decisively. She paid him $1 million to make everything go away, but everything didn't go away. The verdict in Virginia stands. Anyone who tells you otherwise is something I will tell you in 45 minutes, but I can't tell you now. But they are not truthful to you. But this is the next chapter in her story. So, remember when she said that she couldn't pay her that $7 million she was donating, but she said she yeah. Well, as it seems, she said she couldn't afford it because Johnny sued her, and as you see, she has never to this day paid a cent in defense costs. But now her insurance company is suing her. And this is a tentative ruling on plaintiff and counter defendant New York Marine, that is the insurance company, and General Insurance Company's motion to dismiss Heard's counterclaim pursuant to Rule 12b-6 or 2, alternatively for a more definite statement pursuant to Rule 12e, and 3 to strike certain allegations pursuant to 12f-42. New York Marine and General Insurance Company versus Amber Heard. Tentative ruling. This means this is the judge writing. He is warning Miss Heard and her lawyers that this is how I will rule unless you come up with a haymaker of sorts that convince me why I shouldn't rule. And all of this, it is 15-page tentative ruling that says, Miss Heard, if you don't pull a rabbit out of your hat, I'm going to rule against you. Now, this was about a month ago, and I'm still waiting for the paperwork to show up. But as I've heard from people around this case, she lost the counterclaim, and yeah, so she is not doing good. So as it seems, in the end, Miss Heard will have to pay for her own defense. But I'm waiting for the court papers to show up. She's just taking loss after loss. Yeah. Oh, please say that Amber Heard is at risk of going to jail. No, she is not. Everything here is in civil court. Examon, is it true that surströmming in a can creates an odor that can make people throw up if it's opened indoors? It can make you throw up no matter where you open it. If you never encountered surströmming, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Now, I'm a seasoned surströmming eater. I open the can outdoors in a bucket of water just to make sure nothing spews out of the can. So there's not an easy way. The thing is, with surströmming, the fish in itself, salty, delicious. But everything around it, you need to run. Good, maybe this, you're talking about Amber Heard. Good, maybe this will stop women from making false abuse accusations against men. No, it won't. This is in human nature. And it really doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man. If you think you can get away with it, you will run with it. The difference is that women like Amber Heard is ruining the Me Too movement. Ruining it. And the organizations who make money from the Me Too movement uses Amber Heard as a front figure of sorts. And that's really, really the wrong person to put on a pedestal. That's my opinion. Now, Johnny's new movie is coming out soon. Yeah, I heard. He's doing a French movie of sorts. Good for him. Good for him. Now, where are we now? This is, again, sheep kind. Brantevik's sill. I have no idea what they are talking about. Who Branteville is. Brantevik. Probably some coastal town. Yeah. It will be interesting. Oh, big chunks of herring in this one. That's nice. Look at this chunk of herring. Ha! Now find a piece of potato. There. Sour cream. Chives. That is this is just ordinary pickled herring with a different name. What's good with it was decent chunk of herring, okay consistency, but it is ordinary pickled herring and not the best of them. Okay, now I know that, and now you know that. And now, for digestive reasons, Toddly Pip, are you going to give a rating for each herring you have? I will tell you my opinion, and I'll say the two worst and the two best I will present in the end. Just Kayla Oldenkamp, just like anybody who makes false accusations belittles the real accusations. Yes, people who make false accusations put themselves out there saying, I went through this, and then they are found out as liars. And in this case, every woman suffering from SA, from violence, they are suffering because organizations still, for some odd reason, keeps supporting Amber Heard. And she's a proven liar. Annika Anka. Sill. Herring. Face fuchsia, tongue out. I don't see the actual. Yeah, I'm hungry now. I'm having a blast. We saw that in Zach's trial. False accusations. Well, false. What the prosecution did in Zachariah Anderson's case is appalling. I could bet money he knew Zach Anderson didn't do this, but he was more interested in convicting someone. So he made up a narrative, presented it for years in press, and he got a conviction. If the prosecutor is a confessed Christian, he will have a hard time explaining himself on Judgment Day. I will not judge him. I don't have to. I was hoping this would start to taste better after a while. But it's alcohol. I'm Swedish. Tate is opening a can too, apparently. Okay. Good for Johnny. Good for Johnny. Pesky citizen. Yes, all the ground that's true. Essay and grape within have gained is going down the toilet because of all these fake accusations. Yeah. And there is a case upcoming here I was covering a while ago who I almost forgot about. What were their names? There. Let me just find that piece of the there. Alice Evans versus Ian Grafford. When she said, in text, I believe, she said to her now ex-husband, "I will do to you what Amber did to Johnny." Now, this was before the Virginia case. How did she know that what Amber Heard did to Johnny was fake? That is an interesting question. Lorraine, Niklas, you have great content, and I love your personality and humor too. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you so much. Examoon. One thing that can be done to prevent wrongful prosecution is to become a prosecutor. You have to spend. If to become a prosecutor, you have to spend 3 months in prison to be able to realize what fate you're sending people to. Maybe, but as it seems, now we have the same issues in Sweden, that some prosecutors are more interested in getting their face on the cover of a magazine in the right case, no matter the case. But we don't have elected prosecutors. And that might be one issue with prosecutors, is that you have a lot of places where they get elected, and for them to get re-elected, they have to win a lot of cases, and that means they more or less have to chase easy cases with vulnerable people, with druggies and everything. That's an easy case. That's an easy case. That's an easy case. And then all of a sudden, here's a publicized case. Hold on. Now I have to cheat. Yeah, in the Zachariah Anderson case, I don't believe for a second that the prosecution was honest. Now, okay, let's go here. Let's not take the last of the sheep. Let's take the, so we keep one sheep, one medium, one expensive to last. Okay, let's go in here and see. Oh, let's see here. Hey, I just saw we have company. You know him? You have seen him?
Hey,
David Helm. Welcome.
Skull.
How are you doing?
Good.
Oh, good. Yeah. Let me pour up a fast one here. I saw in the chat early on that you were having herring and drinking vodka. Cheers.
I made a special trip just for this.
Hey. Ah.
Unfortunately, I don't get the good stuff here. I had to go to IKEA.
Well, no, decent, but still not the good stuff. Oh, I was just about to show this. We had two more
All right.
super chats of sort. Aspenfallen, $20 on behalf of Niklas. Keep strong. And Audra Smithy on behalf of Niklas Dorov. Prayers, hugs, and lots of love to the family and friends of Zachariah Anderson. $25. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Audra and Aspenfallen. Thank you
great.
so much. Yeah.
Did I see a? I'm getting a lot of feedback. Did I see a video of a phone call with Zach from jail? I don't know if I saw that on one of the group chat things. Maybe it was from before the trial, but I thought it was after.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen one of those.
Just hope he's doing all right. That's all.
Yeah. When I saw him at trial, I saw him. He looked so surprised and shocked what was said about him, but he still looked as strong as he could be during his. Because I've seen people spending years in jail and prison, and they look rough.
Yeah.
And Zach, at least on the face of it, under the circumstances, seemed to be doing all right. But then again, that's not a position you want to be in.
No, it's definitely not. Some people were commenting that he was maybe not emoting enough when the verdict came down, and maybe that was a sign of something. But I have no idea how I would react in that situation, so I'm not going to necessarily judge him. Hello, everybody. I see all the comments. I just can't comment back. But yes, I see everybody. Hello. Yeah, somebody said that it was post verdict that there was a video. I don't know how that happened or where it was. I just saw it in passing once, and then I didn't see it again. I was going to try to grab it and do something with it, spread it around. So how goes did you make it all the way through your hearing?
My what?
Did you make it all the way through your hearing, all your different samples of hearing?
No, I have 3 more there and 1 here, so I'm not completely done. This is skärgårdssill, which is roughly translated to archipelago, coastal herring. So
I have Marinated dill herring. That's what I have.
Oh, I had dill earlier. Hopefully yours is better.
If I'm going to
Mine
do
had-
herring, it's going to be dill. I do have a cream sauce and a mustard as well, but I'd rather do
I
dill.
already did mustard, but I had the dill. Yeah. This
Oh, I
dill
can't even open
was
mine.
probably the best of the cheaper one. This is a 99-cent jar of
This is can't see.
pickled
This
herring.
is IKEA.
Yeah. But I will pick my coastal pickled herring. Oh, good chunk.
Now I'm going to be like a witness on the stand opening an evidence package. You're going to hear trying to open my crackers. I'm sure you can all hear it.
Apostate Amanda, I have a dream that one day we'll see Zach posting and chatting in his own Facebook group. And I love my dream. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, yeah, that would be really nice. Really nice. Let's see. Solomon, you prefer herring in wine or cream sauce? Cream sauce.
Really? Wine all the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Pork.
Minds can differ. Let's put up. So there you have the traditional Swedish Easter smörgåsbord. So you have a few of the things we normally have. Let's see here. A piece of potato, a piece of herring, a piece of sour cream, and some chives.
I am very simple. I have my pickled herring on a cracker, and I'm going to mute myself because I feel like it's going to be really weird in the microphone. Oh, I made a mess on my desk.
Yeah. My desk needs a good cleaning tomorrow. This Coop pickled herring coastal of sorts, bland.
Yeah.
That's my bland. That's my judgment.
So
nothing either way.
My wife, who's Swedish, always says you can only do shots in multiples of 2. So is that a thing? I hear that's a thing in Sweden.
Yeah, you have. I don't have the English translation, but it's the whole goes. Helan går. Then you have half goes, and then the quarter goes, and then the every next gets. But then everybody forgets and still, yeah.
All right.
But skål.
Happy Easter Thursday, everyone.
Happy Easter Thursday. Oh.
And I have, just so everyone knows, Swedish vodka.
Hey, nice. I have O.P. Anderson.
Nice.
Yeah. Ecological. Eco Aquavit. Ah.
Is that Swedish?
Yes. From original recipe from 1891.
Nice.
So yeah.
I want to go.
Before the Swedish prohibition.
When was Swedish prohibition?
Between 1946 and 1955, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, we had a post-war prohibition because we didn't learn from the Americas.
Apparently. I was wondering if it was happening at the same time.
Yeah. And that's about when everybody is starting doing moonshine in my part of the country.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm not saying I do moonshine or if I have ever done moonshine. I just know what to do with a glass-infused copper pipe and a 50-gallon kettle.
Nice. I will. I might have to hit you up for that. I had a client that made his own moonshine, which was excellent, and unfortunately he passed away. So now I have no supply for good quality moonshine.
Oh,
So I'm gonna have to seek it out. Not you could buy the old smoky and stuff that's commercially
Yeah.
made, but the good stuff, the good homemade stuff,
Yeah.
I don't have.
yeah. Up in my parts, it's called the Skogsstjärna, the forest star.
Okay, nice.
That's when someone says this is forest star, then it's a 70% proof, and it just slides down. Nothing. It just slides down.
It's
Yeah.
no. I was just responding to a chat I saw. He did not die from the shine. At least that's not been confirmed.
You need 2 shots, 1 for each leg. Scandinavia. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. I have 20
Haven't reached
minutes.
2 hours yet.
Yeah.
Somebody asked how much time, watch time you needed before you became monetized.
I have. Let's see here if it has updated yet. As of April 4th, I have 3,755. So I need 245.
Nice.
Yeah. But looking at the numbers of today's stream, if it holds on 60 to 80 for another hour, I should be there.
Good. Very good.
Yeah. So let's keep going, and 1 in each leg.
Oh, hang on. Wasn't ready.
Hey,
All
you're
right.
in here.
All right, gotta do it. Skål.
Skål.
I'm just gonna fill up the next one. Just in case.
Might as well.
Might as well fill it up now. It's either gonna be a very long night or a very short night.
Let's see if I have an. Oh, I almost closed down all my windows. That was close.
It's Samo Josie. I guess that's how you pronounce your name. Thank you. I saw your message. You've been watching both of us.
Did I? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's see here. Swedish Myra. Oh, here from Zach's group. I remember my family had limpa with every meal. Loved it and miss it. Can't find it anywhere. Limpa is traditional Swedish bread loaf. And yeah, that is.
I don't know what
you
that
don't
is.
see. You don't see it anymore because the old time, like Skogaholms limpa, they simply because now it's just air and empty carbs. That like 40 years ago, it was a solid stump of bread that actually filled you up. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I do love. There's a particular bread, flatbread, that I get when I'm in Sweden, and I may or may not sneak some of it in my suitcase back to America. It's the best bread I've ever had, and I don't know why it's so. I can't find it anywhere here. Can't make it. It just is what it is. It's very good. You guys have some good bread in Sweden. That's kind of the
Yeah. Especially our flatbreads are amazing. I can't find it anywhere else in the world.
No.
And we have this wheel of flatbread.
Oh, the big wheel.
Up.
Yeah.
Those are so amazing. Then you have the ordinary. You have rye. You have every kind of flatbread. And that is what I eat my surströmming with. It is rye flatbread. It is, yeah. You can't beat it.
No, you can't. You can't. And then it doesn't have all the preservatives that our American bread has either. So you got to eat it quickly.
Yeah.
Well, she's been here for a bit, so she's kind of Americanized. But when we go back home, it's there's some differences. cultural differences. I don't know the biggest one. Probably breakfast is the biggest difference. Like we have the flatbread with the butter and cheese and stuff. That's what her parents have. Some lunch meat and stuff. That's breakfast. Maybe not so much the lunch meat, but that's breakfast. That's the biggest difference.
I saw that.
Yeah, give me a recipe. I need a recipe.
Yeah, yeah. If I remember it tomorrow, I will get you one. You can always ask me. Lynn Dalton says we have true limpo breads up here. Okay.
Oh, where's Lynn?
Good for you. Where are you at, Lynn? Right in the. And here we are. Like, subscribe, share, and ring bell. It's all free and help Niklas' channel grow.
Yes.
And also, Attorney David Helm. While you are here, grift away.
Oh yes, thank you. My show, Michigan Law Show. We've been streaming some trials lately. We did the Zachariah Anderson trial, and now we are on to the Letitia Stout case. But I'm still working on some stuff with Zachariah Anderson. I'm going to be putting a video together of supercuts of the state's closing argument interposed with all the lack of evidence that supposedly supports his argument. So I'm still working on that. And I have some awesome help from this chat. This chat group and other members of the Facebook group helping me with some time codes for the videos and the different things that we're going to put in there. So that's been great. And yeah, so, and then I also do a little bit of, we review some case law and stuff. It started off as very Michigan focused, obviously by the name of Michigan focused channel. And we sort of kind of branched out. So yeah, please follow, maybe someone could throw a link in the chat or something. And yeah, that would be great. Trying to get to the monetization level. And I've been trying to file cases where we want to emphasize the rights to a defendant. Even in the Letitia Stout case, she has rights. Whatever you think about her, whatever you think her guilt or innocent is, you have to assume she's innocent until the state proves her guilty. And the defense really needs to be doing their job. And it's kind of piss poor defense, if you ask me. I don't know if that's a bad word for YouTube or not, but it's a really bad defense. When the jury has better questions than you do of a witness, you know you're presenting a bad defense. So I'll be continuing to stream that. It sounds like it's going to go like 6 to 8 weeks. So that will be my life for the next 2 months. But check it out if you want to. Thanks.
Yeah, go over to Attorney David Helm, Michigan Law Show, and watch it.
Oh, Lynn's a Youper. Oh, all right. A Youper, someone that lives in the UP of Michigan, the Upper Peninsula. They got a lot of weird things up there, like pasties and stuff, or pasties, or however you want to say it.
Lynn Dalton says, Youper Trenery Bakery, worth every dime. And fresh. Okay.
Used to have a lot of cases up there, actually, in Sault Ste. Marie and Munising and Escanaba and Houghton. So I was up there for like one summer. I was up there constantly. It was weird. But I love the UP, Pictured Rocks and all that.
8 weeks. That seems a long trial. But I watched Danny Ahn make tried to make what do you call it? Just to make take in the big picture. And I'm not surprised it's going to be an 8-week trial.
Well, it's been going very slow right now. Not slow in like not slow like Zachariah Anderson's case was going slow because the parties were arguing, but slow in that the first witness, who was Gannon's father, spent like a day and a half on the stand, just going through his stuff, just, and they were methodical about it. The prosecution's doing a really good job. They're not pulling any shenanigans or anything. They're doing what they're supposed to do, and they're going through it meticulously and building a story. He was the platform to tell the whole story, give a baseline for everything. And then, but that took a day and a half to do. And then we had witness 2, 3, 4, 5 were quick, and that finished up the third day of trial. So it's going a little slow, but they're hitting the important parts. There's just a lot of important parts, and I think a lot of it is also going to be expert witnesses regarding her insanity defense. So there's going to be a lot of either experts or foundational, like one of the police officers that was called on the missing persons case when she said that her stepson had been missing. He was called, and he was about half of his questions were about sort of her mental state. She, appeared to be normal or consistent with other people that you've encountered, things like that. So I think it's just going to be slow and methodical. They don't want to screw up, and the state's doing a good job. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So it's probably would go slower if she had a real defense, but the defense is like Eeyore. They're like, no objections, no questions, things like that.
Yeah.
Bad defense.
Yeah. I really dislike when the defense just seem to give up. Now, you don't know if it is on the behalf of the defendant, but at the same time, as a defense lawyer, you have more obligations than towards the defendant. You have the Constitution, you have your obligations, you have your oath, and everything around it. You just can't give up.
Yeah. I will give the defense some credit. So I did criticize them a little bit when they were cross-examining Gannon's father. I felt like Gannon's father was pushing around the defense. He would shoot questions back at the defense attorney, and he would just sort of like, let me answer that for you, sir, as if he's the one on the stand. There were other points where the defendant was simply like, I don't really want to go into that. And the defense attorney said, okay, and gave up that line of questioning. And at first I was criticizing them for that. But then as it continued, I saw that Gannon's father, not that it's necessarily going to overcome anything else that's going on in the case, but he came across as kind of a little pompous, a little condescending, and that might have been a good look for the defense. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll step back my criticism a little bit about that. But then when they had the officer that was at the house on the 27th, which is the day Gannon went missing, and he's walking through the house, and he's asked, how did the defendant behave? Did she behave normally? Did she behave as though she had any sort of mental health issue? And the officer says no. And then for the defense to say, I have no questions, I have a problem with, because my very first and maybe only question would be, are you a mental health professional? No. So you don't know if she has any sort of mental health issues. And they literally had no questions for this officer until the jury had questions. And the jury had legitimate questions. And then after the jury questioned the officer, then the defense was all of a sudden like, oh, hey, that was a good question. Let me do a follow-up. That's why I'm a little concerned about the defense's approach here.
Now, Broken Baker, what is must? Never heard of it. Is it like the thing made on rye bread they drink in the Baltic? Somewhat. I found must. Because you have Christmas must and Easter must, and it's vast difference because it is a different label. That's it. It's the same. But let's
is it like glug?
Yeah, more or less.
More like glug. Okay.
So this is from, there. So this is regarding Christmas must, julmust. Julmust, Swedish Christmas, and must, English, not yet fermented fruit juice. It's a soft drink that is mainly consumed in Sweden around Christmas. During Easter, the name is påskmust. But if you ask a Swedish person, it is vastly different between Christmas must and Easter must.
Is it? Are they not just repackaging it?
It's repackaging, and but we pretend it isn't. Okay. It's a vastly different thing. During the rest of the year, it is sometimes sold under the name must. The content is the same regardless of the marketing name, and the drink is most closely associated with Christmas. 45 million liters of julmust is consumed during December, which is around 50% of the total soft drink volume in December and 75% of the total yearly must sales. Yes, the Coca-Cola company has tried for decades to compete with must sales on Christmas and Easter. And they are failing. It is such a deeply rooted tradition among Swedes to drink must.
Is it the same as glug? Is glug different than?
Glug is wine, heated and spiced wine. Glug
with
is
almonds and raisins.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. Must is from the yeast derivative of bread, almost like beer derivative. It is somewhat of, what's the American equivalent? It's called, I have to use my brain.
I don't know if I've ever had it. I was just curious.
It is a very special drink. It's not sold or made anywhere else in the world. I'm trying to figure out what the name of that. There is an American beverage that I'm trying to desperately find, remembering the name of. Ooh. Well, I hope I will figure it out eventually.
Sure.
Root beer. Root beer.
Oh, okay.
It is it is a sweetened version of root beer, almost, but still very, very different, but in the same category.
I'll have
Now
to try
I'm
it.
going to get killed by other Swedish people who will say, "That's nothing like root beer, you boom, boom, boom." Yeah.
There's a Christmas cola.
Mulled wine is mulled wine is the name of glug.
There's a like a Christmas cola or something that my son was drinking a lot of, and I said, "Yeah, it's like Coke." But he was drinking a lot of that last time we were there.
Root beer is sweet. Oh yeah, I know root beer. It is sweet. Must. Yeah. It's a flavor you have to experience to know what it is. But the closest I can get to must is a root beer, but a bit more sweet. That would be my take on it. Let's see here. It's not like root beer, I don't think. But I can see what you're saying. Hey! Ta-da!
Now I'm going to kind of try it. I don't know if they sell it at IKEA or if I have to go back to Sweden for it.
Probably will. Yeah. Probably will. Now let's see. Where are we now? Oh, we are at my final three. This is chili pickled herring. It's the cheapest one. So this
cheapest?
can be amazing. Yeah, this is a 99-cent jar.
Oh, so this doesn't even smell right. This is the mustard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know the IKEA one, and you need to add proper mustard to that mustard herring.
Do I? Okay, well, I don't have that with me at the moment. So we're going to dive in with what it is.
Imagine if you added, these mustard corns.
Okay.
If you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
And crush them and mix it up. Then it's a good flavor.
Okay.
Yeah. So imagine that, which you don't have.
Imagine it tasting not like it's going to taste.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I need to get my shot of vodka ready to go.
David
for this
needs
one.
a hat. David has a hat, just not a chicken hat.
Yeah, I don't have a chicken hat or anything to put on. I'm trying to think of what. Ooh, actually, you know what? I'll be right back. Hang on.
Oh shit, he found something. Oh, it's over 2 hours. Oh shit, he found something. Okay, everybody wait. This might be good. We are over 2 hours in. I have. Oh please. The broken baker said, "The taste just stronger and different." Yeah, yeah. I. Yeah, there it is. There it is. That is amazing. You're muted.
Oh, there we go. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Trying to straighten it out. I knew I had something that would work.
That is amazing.
All right, now I'm ready for my mustard style herring.
I will have my chili. I will have a piece of potato, some sour cream, and some chive.
All right. It's actually not as bad as it smelled.
This had no kick whatsoever. That was
No
disappointing.
kick with the chili at all?
Nothing.
It's Flintstone vibes. It's from like a obstacle course race that I did a couple of years ago. I can't remember, like a Tough Mudder kind of thing. My hat. Shot. Skål.
Skål. Cheers.
All right, so that the mustard herring wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. Marinated in mustard sauce. That was good.
Well, generally, mustard is very, for some odd reason, is very
Complimentary.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good with herring.
Well, with fish in general, I cook. I have a mustard powder that I put on salmon often. It's very good with fish.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Oh. Let's see. Hi, cool, Bunny Slim. Hi everyone. Forgot phone at home, so now I have to catch up. Looks like fun. It's being.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like it's only a Thursday and I have work tomorrow.
Well, I'm free tomorrow. Easter Friday is a holiday in Sweden, so I don't have to work. But that does not mean they won't call me.
Well, all of my hearings got canceled because apparently everyone forgot that it was Good Friday here. And so I have no court, but I do have a stream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got that stream. So that takes a lot of effort, by the way. It's exhausting to do those streams.
Yeah. I mean, after my, like the Alan Brown, that was just 2.5 days. And I was exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you're in a trial as an attorney, you're exhausted. And,
yeah.
But then, I've been watching these trials, streaming them, just watching them while I'm working. And I thought, well, I could stream them while I work too. And then since I'm doing that already. But it's really exhausting to watch to stream these trials.
Well, when did you pour another beer? Magic. I'm Swedish. We can always pour another beer. That's our secret magic. But yeah, I agree, because I've been doing this for on different levels for over 30 years, and some things are easier than other things, like doing negotiations on a local level, like once a week. You can always standard stuff. You have the laws to apply, you have everything. But streaming, that's another, especially when you're still at work. That's a different kind of beast altogether.
Yeah, it is. I enjoy it quite a bit. I enjoy watching the trials and interacting with the chat, and this is a lot of fun. And I hope to keep doing it. It's just a very different sort of, I guess, mindset that you have to get into.
Thank you for doing them, though. They are so interesting and better with their commentary. Thank you so much. It's me, Josie. Thank you so much. Oh. I don't know. Toilet tip, never seen those before. They look good, though, when I Google them. I don't know what he or she, what Mads is answering to.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let's leave that to the chat.
Yeah, I do. I have a cat. We have a visiting dog here, and this cat is scared of it. So it's hanging out in my studio. So it stays away from the dog.
Yeah.
The
Let's
wizard
see
eye.
here if something has happened. Oh. Yes.
Yeah, if you're listening, you
Alicia
should be donating.
O'Neill. Yeah, please continue donating to Zachariah Anderson's Defense Fund. Alicia O'Neill, $25 on behalf of the. You don't have to say on behalf of me, because I will be donating in other ways. Please just, I appreciate it. You can write anything you want, but you don't have to say it on behalf of me, because I will donate it. I will donate time and money towards the Zachariah Anderson defense. Let them know your reasons, please. But thank you, Alicia. Thank you so much.
I was going to see where we were on the. I'm gonna.
We have more we have more herring.
I wish we could I could pin it at the top of my page or something. I'm gonna see if I can do that. The fundraiser.
I'm not.
Yeah, more herring. I'm out. I had the two. That's the only two that I was able to get.
Now, let's see here. This is onion pickled herring. This is also one of the classic pickles. The word sounds so bad. Onion pickled herring. That just means that you have between the. I believe the normal is 3-to-1 pickle, but this adds another layer of onion, which means that everybody knows you have pickled onion for several days. Hey. Let's see. I'm glad David found a festive chapel.
Yes.
Pickled onions are delicious. Yeah, pickled onions. Yes. Extra onion on pickled herring. Yeah. Let's see here.
I do like pickled garlic. I don't know if I've had pickled onions.
Ooh, pickled garlic. That sounds amazing.
Why can't I?
Let's see here. I was talking about roll mop herring. I don't know what roll mop herring is. Thank you. Roll more herring for the win. I have no idea. The Wizards, I never heard it called. I'm.
Oh, the Wizard's Eye. They're talking about my cat. Her
Oh.
behind, under the tail.
Oh, that eye.
That eye, yeah.
That eye. Okay, let's see here. I'm having potato, onion, pickled herring. I have sour cream and chives.
I'm going back to the dill.
Yep. That was actually quite nice. Good consistency, nice flavor. Yeah. And that was Coop's onion pickled herring. I need to clean out my desk and my keyboard and my screen because everything drops off the fork. Yeah, this will be interesting tomorrow. But meanwhile, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
I might need to, without anyone knowing, switch over to water.
oh yeah, yeah. Let's see here what Lorraine. Pickled onions, pickled gherkins, pickled egg, and pickled beetroot. Oh, pickled beetroot is amazing. Yeah. Let's see here. I think my grandma called the wheel hard talk. I have no idea.
Hardtack, as far as I know, is
Hello,
different.
Senich. Glad to see you are still here, despite us looking like
Yeah.
we do.
We're professionals.
We are. Yes, we are professional. That was a great interview on League of Vices the other day.
Oh yes, Zenas. I see her. Yeah, that was a good interview. I watched that. I was trying to watch as much as I could before I had to start my stream. I got to finish it up. I wasn't able to make it all the way through.
And that is one of the things that we miss out on when it comes to streaming trials and such. Often we miss out on the human aspect.
Yes.
Because many, if you law tubers, stream a trial and then move on, stream a trial, then move on. I'm not so sure I am good at that as a law tuber because, like this trial, it affects me because, first of all, it was a wrongful conviction, and then I feel similarities between me and the Anderson family because I grew up in a community just as the Andersons, 45 minutes away from a town of 100,000 people. And it sort of breaks the mold. I know I'm supposed to just move on, but I can't. I just can't. And I'm a bit envious of other law tubers that just was the next big audience number.
Right.
And frankly, I don't give a shit what the next big audience number is. I want to know more about this one because I'm invested. And that's, I don't know if it is the right tactic or wrong tactic, but that's just how I am.
Yeah, I again, I'm not my channel, anyways. I'm just gonna kind of stream things that I find are interesting, and put things out there I find that are interesting, and really kind of focus on my, I guess, my message. If I had to sort of try to define it, and the biggest thing with Zachariah Anderson, I found the case interesting when I first heard about it because it said obsessed ex-boyfriend. And I thought, love triangle, let me listen to this. And then reading things in the news, I thought, well, this might be an interesting case with some interesting facts. And then right away with the defense's opening statement, at least the first half that I heard right away, where there was no cell phone evidence, no blood, no. And I was like, oh, this might be a case. And it turned into a horrible prosecution that probably should have never been brought. As I'm listening to everything that's going on, that's being presented, I'm like, why is this case even in court?
Yeah.
So yeah, and that affected me, and I'm still working on. There's only so much. I guess I can do as a smaller YouTuber. I don't have a ton of followers, so I'm trying to do what I can. But I'm putting together a video with the opening statement, or the closing arguments, and trying to debunk a lot of this stuff. And it's not going to help with his case because we can't use that in the appeal. But at least it'll maybe hopefully get eyes on the case a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, because in the big scheme of things, the trial, it has been done. The conviction, now you have the sentencing, and then the appeal. But at the same time, even if both you and I are in the big scheme of things, we are small content creators. We are still a bit of the bigger pictures, and that is bringing back the presumption of innocence. When you walk into court as a juror, you look at the defense table, and your immediate thought must be, that guy is wrongfully accused. And I don't think that is the case, and hasn't been for decades.
It really hasn't. It really hasn't. I've had myself. I've had a good string of criminal defenses and jury trials where they've been acquittals, rightfully so, in my opinion. But we didn't have a lot of prosecutorial shenanigans, in the stuff that we did kind of worked against them. But nothing big like this. Nothing that's putting somebody away for life. And but it's a huge problem when our society sits there and says, well, what did he do? And the DUI guy had a great example of how he vaudeers jury members. And he asks them, I think it was him, he asked them about how many of you that came in here looked at my client and thought, well, what did he do? And he weed them out, because it's not what did he do, what are they accusing him of is what you want to sort of focus on. And so that was a great way to kind of broach the subject with the jury, and hopefully he has good success with that. And I'm going to try it, but going forward, because I like that idea. But yeah, unfortunately with this case, well, with anything, so like the case I'm covering now, Letitia Stout, when I said, when the officer showed up after Gannon was reported missing, a lot of people commented, well, he wasn't missing, he was dead. Yes, I know that. But again, we're presuming the innocence of this defendant right now. And if I'm defending her and her defense is not guilty by insanity, we need to be focusing on that. We need to present some sort of coherent defense. Everyone's entitled to a defense, because if you allow shortcuts for the guilty, then there'll be shortcuts for the innocent, like Zachariah Anderson, and we don't want that.
Yeah, I agree.
I used to be a prosecutor, by the way. Someone asked about my background. I used to be a prosecutor. I wasn't like employed full time for years and years and years. I did it right out of law school. I did it while I was in law school and right out of law school, and I did not have the stomach for it. because it was all about the numbers. It was, here's a stack of 30 cases, get at least, majority of them to plead to something. It was kind of just that sort of mill kind of experience, and I didn't like it.
And I announced this a few days ago. I have a 5x8 rug that I bought. Because that was one of the key things in this trial. That 6 foot, 240 to 270 pound guy was in a 5x8 rug. But I'm having a hard time finding a person below 6 feet, around 200 pounds, that are even remotely possible to carry me the way the prosecution. Because I'm trying to get a somewhat a possible reenactment of when, as the prosecution says, Zachariah Anderson with a bad back, having a person with just rope and duct tape and a rug, lifting a person up, removing him from the scene of the crime with no drag marks, to a family van. And so the possibilities stop there, because I'm asking my cousin, who is a bit taller than me, but a bit slimmer than me, to at least show up on camera, because that's the main point. Getting people around that height and weight, show up on camera and try to carry me, because I'm around 6'3", and depending on which end of a buffet you find me, I'm between 240 and 260. To just carry that dead weight around without leaving that marks anywhere.
That's a lot of weight. I mean, anyone that's lifted a 80-pound bag of concrete, you have multiples of that. Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to your demonstration. You going to do it?
I'm trying to find a person who's the main part is getting someone who is brave enough to go on camera to do it.
Yeah, that's always the tricky part.
Yeah, that's a tricky part. But hopefully before the sentencing, I will have a demonstration. Hopefully.
Somebody's mentioning about Zachariah's back problem. Even Sadie testified that he has a back problem. So I don't think that was necessarily in dispute. And that Sadie testified to that on direct from the DA. So it's out there. Nobody's contesting that he had a back problem.
Yeah. But sentencing is another story, because the jury has already found him guilty. And I would not be surprised if the judge will put the hammer down, so to speak. But at least I want to, because that's the next step where this trial will get attention, is the sentencing.
Yeah. I'm hoping that's May 17th, I believe. I have it written down somewhere. So I'm hoping to have my video is going to be long. His closing argument was, I have it here. His closing argument was an hour and 30 minutes. And I'm going to be interjecting it with testimony. This could be like a 3-hour long video. I might have to cut some of his closing out. But anyways, I'm hoping to have that out before his sentencing, so everyone can kind of share it around.
Oh,
that sounds good.
It sounds
Are you guys
good,
the same size, Solomon?
But that is a big cost. that you should be focusing on finding people in the US for the appeal. I'm sure I will find someone somewhere. So that's not the problem, is finding someone. But if you would show up in Sweden and do this, then you have the issue of confirmation bias. I would want people who has no idea of the case to try to do it.
What was his weight? I don't even know what Zechariah's height and weight was.
Zechariah
Is.
I believe he's 5'10", 5'11", and at the time of the alleged crime, he was around 200, 220, but with a bad back.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm
for
too
me,
short.
Yeah, not too short, but for me, that doesn't really ring a bell, because 250 dead weight. That, I mean, I've been a farmer for most of my life. I grew up around farmers. I have a farm now, and I know how to slaughter animals. That's not easy.
No, that's a lot.
Yeah, and then placing him in the back of a family van, not a normal, white box van, but a family van that he used to drive around with his kids, with the back seats removable and such. Because if I don't, if I recall correctly, the total width is 5'5". So you have this banana shape, at least. And all you have is that smudge that may or may not be blood. And I'm still on because if they can count 3 hours of Zach's phone activity with a hole in it, then every 3 hour of Mr. Guterres' phone activity, every hole must be treated the same way.
Yep. Especially when you have text messages that indicate that he wanted to confront Zach, and he probably did confront Zach.
Yeah, probably. And maybe not directly, but at least going there and doing crap. And he, as far as I know, was a smoker. And all of these smudges around the car was rust colored. Well, if you cough up something as a smoker, that's a brownish stain.
Right. Well, I think, he's a contractor. I think it was probably stain, like wood stain splattered around, or dirt, or who knows what. They tested it, no blood. One spot that they didn't test for blood that came up with a DNA match that wasn't the defendant's, essentially. Going back through that again right now, the whole DNA expert testimony regarding what that spot actually was. And she didn't talk about parts per million, and it's more likely, 1 out of 10 million that it's his instead of somebody else's. And they didn't talk about any of that. They just said, yeah, it's his. We feel like it is.
The prosecution said a reasonable
degree of
scientific certainty.
That's the magic words for the courts here in the U.S.
Yeah, reasonable. But that leaves so much what is reasonable. That's in the eye of the beholder. And that's the entire case from the prosecution. Hey, jury, I'm leaving a lot of holes here. Please fill it in for me.
Yeah, and that was what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Now I can't remember. Oh, we're just talking about that's the standard whenever you're admitting any sort of scientific evidence. But more importantly, that witness that said that was contradicted by the state's like next witness or whatever, the peer reviewer
Yeah.
that said, yeah, no, we can't. It's based off of my experience, but not to a scientific certainty.
Yeah, it was extremely weird, and that's one of the things that I wish that the defense would have pointed out harder. But again, I'm not so sure anything would have helped since I have had it confirmed that they did try to make what is called get this case out of this jurisdiction,
Yeah, motion to change
which
venue.
was denied. And that, I believe, I talked to Steve Gosney about it, that if it is as I described, that's a really big case of appeal. Now, no matter what, that's the sad part about appeals. Appeals are for losers.
Yep.
But if
The
it
likelihood
is
of anything getting overturned on any grounds, as many as you bring, is so slim.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. But if it is as is described, that they had to bring back Judge Schroeder from the brink of retirement just to have it in Kenosha.
Yeah, because all the other judges were conflicted out.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
That's a real problem, and I believe that is a real issue when it comes to an appeal.
Yeah, I
And,
didn't see. I don't know if jury selection was streamed at all. I didn't. I wasn't watching it at that point.
no, this was a pre-trial. Just that every other judge could not hold this trial because they had a personal affiliation with the victim or the victim's mother. There were two judges that were even remotely eligible. One had I have other prior commitments, trials and such. So they have to bring back Judge Schroeder, who was on the brink of retirement, just to have this trial. That was the only outcome. And that is very, very close to, because you don't just bring back a judge from brink of retirement or from retirement to have a trial.
Yeah, and what I understand, he had already been removed from the criminal docket, and he was handling
Yeah.
some civil matters, and they brought him back in on that.
Yeah, and as I understand it from what I saw on Vice's stream with Solomon and seen it, his wife is very sick. He himself had a fall and injured himself, so had to be walked around with a cane. And still,
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm not an appellate lawyer. I'm not even a U.S. lawyer.
yeah,
But to me, it seems like you have too much interference. That no, we want it here, but that's not the issue. I don't care if you want it here or not. Not. Where is the proper venue? And they said in Kenosha, we will have it here because we will damn well find someone. Because
right, and that's what I was wondering about the jury selection process, the voir dire process, how that went. I don't know if it was streamed. I didn't watch it, and so, if that was a mess, if they had to go through hundreds and hundreds of prospective jurors before they found some that said that they weren't already, informed an opinion about this or something like that. I don't know how that process went. So that's why I was just wondering if that would have any sort of impact on the appeal based on that. Cool Bunnies Slim actually asked who I am, I think. And I am David Helm. I am from the Michigan Law Show. I have a YouTube channel. You should check it out. Michigan Law Show.
Yeah, check it out. Find him and everything. Let's see here. Wendy Herrera, $70. Niklas Starro channel, free Zachariah Anderson. Anonymous Dollars, $25. Life and liberty are precious. Juni Björnes. Teresa Moyer, donating for Niklas Starro live stream. Love your YouTube channel. Want to help Zach out as much as we can. $100.
But before you go and like my stream, by the way, you got to go to this fundraiser here.
Yeah, go to this fundraiser. Alicia O'Neill, $25 on behalf of Niklas. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am amazed because, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they're doing good. $6,600. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't know how Gives and Go works compared to GoFundMe. Is there a timeline that they have to raise it by or anything like that? I have no idea.
I have no idea. I'm just here trying to get the numbers up. Let's see, what do they say?
Yeah, that was a big deal made in the trial that he grew marijuana, I guess, and apparently it's still not legal in Wisconsin. It's not legal in Sweden either.
Oh no! Oh Jesus Christ, no!
Not even for recreational stuff, or not even for medical, right?
No. In Sweden, they actually increased the penalties of recreational drugs.
So they're about 40 years behind the U.S. that tried to do that in the 80s.
They more or less doubled it. And instead of, because as much other countries, the people having marijuana and distributing it, those are the gangs. And so the gangs distribute marijuana and cocaine and other recreational drugs. And instead of saying, okay, let's remove their money pit, no, let's increase the penalties, make it more illegal, because making a substance more illegal, that will make stuff better. No.
Yeah, it always works, right?
Yeah. Because we had the experience of the Swedish prohibition in the 50s, and it went haywire. So they had to bring back, okay, you can still buy booze and beer, but the illegal market consisted. And in the 90s, they had the same with the nicotine. They tripled the taxes on cigarettes. And what happened? Gangs smuggled cigarettes. And all of a sudden, they had a new avenue of, an extremely good avenue of money. And now we are into marijuana, where the government says, let's double the penalties because we don't want you to use marijuana. And all it does is increase the market of marijuana. Instead of doing it the Canadian way, saying legalize it for personal use, we will say these are the companies who grow it and blah blah blah, and we bring in tax money and use it for whatever reasons.
What's
No?
interesting, in Michigan, we legalized it 3 or 4 years ago. Fully. We had medical before that, but we fully legalized it, got a registration system and all that. And I just heard the other day somebody was busted with like 200 pounds of illegal marijuana. It's like, why are you still smuggling it into the state when it's completely legal just to grow and sell here?
Yeah.
But that's falling slowly. We had it's a $200 million enterprise right now in the state of Michigan in its infancy. So, and that's a lot of tax revenue to the state. So that's good. They're happy.
The broker back. I think Germany is looking into legalization. If they do that, I think we would follow in Denmark. Yes, I've seen reports of Germany doing this, but I'm not hopeful. But if they do, good on them. Now, let's see where we are. Is this the last one?
I have
Yes.
some hardtack.
This is black currant pickled herring, the expensive kind. This is a $5 jar.
That's black.
So-
What you say?
Black currant.
Black currant.
Yeah.
What's currant?
Start vi med I have to look it up.
Like is it like a truffle? I feel like it's a truffle of some sort. It's like a berry.
Yeah, it's a berry. Black
Okay.
currant. Let's see here. These are the blackcurrant berries. They
Okay.
are acidic and cassis, it says.
All right. Interesting. Never heard of it. I never heard of
Okay.
lingonberries until I got together with my wife either.
Oh, lingonberries is so good. Oh, it's so good.
Gotta have it with potatoes every time.
Yeah, but this is blackcurrant pickled herring. Let's see here. One potato. A bit of herring. Sour cream. And chives.
Who said it's a poor man's berry? Oh, cranberries. Oh, how was it?
I'm
Just
not
sweet, like
convinced.
jam.
I'm not convinced. It's a bit too sweet. But it's good. It's edible. It's an acquired taste.
Like
But-
lingonberries.
Yes, like lingonberries. So let's see here. Where do we stand off my top three? Oh, cheers. I will leave that on the ground. My top pickled herring is the middle mustard
The middle?
herring.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say. Out of, well, the two that I've had, the mustard was actually better than the dill.
Yeah. So this is Coop mustard pickled herring, which was really nice. Then on second place, I would actually pick sorry.
I say IKEA. My wife says IKEA, but I don't know if it's
Yeah.
pronounced differently.
The traditional pickled herring from the expensive kind, I would place in number 2. This is a $7 jar of plain pickled herring.
It's an expensive jar of herring.
Yeah, and it is from Klädesholmen. It is a very good pickled herring. And in third place, I would say that what is that? Actually, it's the cheapest dill pickled herring from, this is a 99-cent jar of pickled herring, which was surprisingly good for bang for the buck, more to say.
That was your third favorite?
Yeah. My least favorite was from the same brand, the cheapest one, ginger pickled herring.
Doesn't even sound good.
Yeah, because the ginger overpowered the pickled herring. The herring was not of a good consistency. Edible, but nah, I'm good. And then for a classic mustard herring, I have to say the Coop mustard herring. So that would be my topics, and the kind you really don't want. The kind you really don't want.
Now, on Easter Thursday, don't you guys have the witches meet up today?
Yes. Today is the witch meetup. I will try to find a good.
And then you have later on, what, in June, you have Walpurgis night? Is it June or May? Where you burn the witches. They get together today, and then you burn them later on in the year, right? Walpurgis night or something like that? Walpurgis night? I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Well, Valborgsmäss, mass, but
I might be horribly butchering the.
This is, we dress up our kids as witches to go around in, to go around and ask for candy. It's a long-standing tradition, and that is also why we have fireworks on Easter, because we have to scare these witches away. But it has become a tradition of kids dressing up as witches, going around asking for candy. And it's
like Halloween, I guess, in America.
Yeah, but in Sweden it's only witches.
Oh.
Let's see here.
All I know is at some point I burned a witch in my backyard
Oh.
for some Swedish holiday. I think it was like June. An effigy of a witch, not a real one.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do at Easter. We eat herring and everything else. And if you watched me at the beginning of the stream, you know why Jesus approves.
Jesus, okay.
Because, well, herring, you have a big fish, you chop it, you pickle, and you have enough fish for 200 people. Just as
That's it.
Jesus did.
Yeah, just as he did. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it now.
And eggs, just as Jesus was the rebirth with eggs to chickens.
Is that why we do eggs?
Yeah.
Why in the United States, though, do we have a bunny laying the eggs?
Michael Fox says, what happens if someone give pickled herring instead of candy? In Sweden, that it doesn't really matter. Big fires on St. Hans. Yeah, we St. Hans is around the same. Yeah. Dennis Heaton. Someone should have dressed up as Opus. I don't know who Opus is.
Yeah, I don't know who Opus is.
No. Either way, I have a cup of aquavit of digestion reasons.
So that's what my father-in-law says too, for digestion. Skål.
Skål. Oh.
Well, I'm glad I'm not driving anywhere tonight.
No, I'm half a bottle down. So.
Well, I am half a bottle, although mine is much smaller. But I also started later than you.
Oh, check the fund. It's a big one.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice.
Regina King. On behalf of Niklas, $200. Oh, I am amazed. $200 to Zachariah Anderson's defense fund. I have no words. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Regina King.
Yeah, that's a great donation.
And I think also Wendy Herrera, $70. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say, because this is hopefully in the future, when I revisit the Zachariah Anderson case, when I go back to please fund this defense fund to see it again. And I hope to see it again, because on principle, I don't like the idea of super chats, because yes, it would be fun to have super chats. Yes, it would give some money to me, but I'm okay. I, as a person, don't really need those. People like Zach, he needs these super chats or whatever you want to call it. Because in his case, $200 matters.
I agree. I agree.
And,
We need to push this.
And of course, $200 on a super chat to me, yes, it would matter. But I would just maybe have a better computer or a better sound. But to me, I don't think my audience wants me to sacrifice video or audio if they can give to someone like Zach.
Well, the content's more important, and this cause is more important.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Wow, I'm big in the screen now.
Hi. Hey. There.
Now I'm less in my face.
And Shilalas, I'm ready. Thank you, Niklas, for your time and effort. Awesome. I have time and I have effort. And well, I have to run my farm, which demands most of my salary. But if I can help someone like Zach, because I truly, honestly believe he was wrongfully convicted. So if I can at least in some way help him, I'm happy with that.
Oh, we hear that very loudly in the microphone. My wife's getting into the IKEA cookies.
Now, just to prolong this, let's go to Reddit. Just to Reddit legal advice, just to have some fun with it. Because you're family law, I'm a union rep. Let's see what we can do here.
All right.
Mother-in-law asked my wife and I to sign a fake lease agreement so the bank can approve her loan for another house. Yeah.
I would say that would be fraud.
Yeah, that would be unadvisable.
Yes, definitely.
My mother-in-law recently asked my wife and I to sign a rental agreement indicating that we will be renting her current home. So there appears to be this extra income coming in so that she can get approval from the bank for another home loan to another property. Of course, she doesn't plan on actually charging us and would never try to hold these documents against us, but it's a formally drawn up lease with terms that require our signatures.
Okay, so here, let me spin this. Do they intend to pay her? Well, they already said they didn't. They don't intend, they don't intend to pay her, and she doesn't intend to ask for it. But do they live there?
Oh, yeah.
You're just bordering on fraud if you're not outright committing it.
Yeah, my concern, other than the guilty conscience that I'm essentially lying, is that I do not want my name formally going to the bank saying I'm a renter or resident elsewhere, especially since I already have my own home and mortgage. That, and I don't know how third-party companies get access to people's place of. I really don't care because it sounds like your mother-in-law is pulling a fast one.
Yeah, he's well, she's definitely well, first of all, shame on the mother-in-law for putting you in that position. Secondly, that is yeah, don't write down things that aren't true, I guess.
Yeah, that's a really, really, really
Yeah, that's
bad.
really bad. What is this that you're looking at? Is this just general legal advice?
Reddit legal advice.
Oh god, this is not the place that you should be going. I actually have a mug that says don't confuse your Google search with my law degree.
Yeah, but I know sometimes I just go in there just to,
No, these are fun. I like this. I
yeah.
didn't even know they had a Reddit page for legal advice. That could be dangerous. I'd love to see what I want to see what other people say. Yeah, just trying to give people advice on how to get away
Okay.
with fraud.
Some guy backed into my car and will not pay. Can I sue in small claims court? This guy reversed into my new car and punctured my bumper with a tow hook. With a tow hook. He told me he would like to settle it outside of insurance, but we exchanged info anyway. He then ignored all my calls and texts and also ignored my insurance company when they called him. My insurance company was able to reach his, and it turns out the guy didn't have collision insurance. Unfortunately, the damage repair cost is lower than my very high deductible. So I have to pay out of pocket to fix this. Is there any hope of suing this a-hole in small claims court? It's basically my word against his. As the only witness where my
Does it
girlfriend.
say what state he's in, or is it just generic? I actually have a legitimate answer for him. In Michigan, anyways, there's a thing called a mini tort, but uh, it's like up to five thousand
No,
dollars.
no, it doesn't say which. Maybe he has it down.
I get questions like these. People message me
Hmm.
on Facebook and ask weird questions. They'll go on and on and on and on and tell me their whole life story, and then
Yeah.
come to find out that they waited 5 years past the statute of limitations to try to challenge something.
Yeah, nothing there. Let's see if we can find something fun. Hair implants stole our money.
What? Oh, hair
My
implant place stole our money. Okay.
my husband has always been very insecure about his thin hair since he was in middle school. Once he finally got a good job, he was able to save up quite a bit of money, so he decided to do some improvements on himself. I always tell him that I love him for him, and he doesn't need to change anything about himself. But I still supported him because I knew it would make him happy and I want him to feel confident. Roughly 4 months ago, he made an appointment with this place. As soon as I saw the doctor come in for the appointment, I immediately got sketchy vibes from him. He looked like someone just showed a homeless dude in scrubs and a lab coat.
Your first warning sign right there.
Okay. Oh, I didn't get to be in the office while the whole time because our kids were starting to get restless. So I took them back to the waiting area to run around and stretch their legs. We were the only ones there, so we weren't bothering anyone. if you're the only one.
Yeah, that's like going into an empty restaurant. The food's probably not good. Going into a place where you're the only one, it's probably a sign.
Yeah, if you're the only one walking into an office of an attorney and you're the only one there, you might want to just, no, I'm good. Oh, once my husband came out, he told me he just talked about how the procedure would go, how long it would take, how it works, etc. And he seemed pretty happy. I wanted to check out other places first before deciding on where to have this procedure done, but he seemed already pretty set on this one.
The husband's desperate. He's just going straight for it.
I'm, I'm so sorry I'm laughing, but oh god, this is so fun. So, let's have a cheers. Cheers.
Skull.
For... Oh. About a week later, my husband tells me that his procedure is in a few weeks, and I was completely shocked because I didn't even know he was planning on having it so soon. He was told if he had paid in cash, he would have get an extra 250 grafts.
Okay, so that's also a sign. If they say pay me in cash and you get a discount, there's another sign.
My husband forgot to get cash out of his account beforehand, so he just paid with his card. He paid about $4,000 right before the procedure, $2 for every hair. So 2,000 grafts only took about 8 hours to complete. My husband came home and was told to just rest and not to do anything or touch it for 3 days. The day after the procedure, the doctor calls and said that if he came in right now, he still had time to cancel the card transactions and pay cash instead, and they would do the extra 250 gross at another time. Okay, people, look at my hair.
Are those? That's all natural, right?
Yeah, because I don't. Most of it up here is not much left. I don't care, but yeah, it seems like he wanted these to be up here, and it didn't.
Miriam, we are going through Reddit legal advice pages. That's what we're going through right now. This guy wants hair plugs really bad, and he's paying cash for them, and apparently the company stole it.
I really didn't feel right about this, and tried to talk my husband out of doing it because he went ahead and did it anyways. He got a receipt for the cash transaction and was told that the charge on the card was cancelled and the money should show back on his account in 7 to 10 business days. I made sure to tell my husband to check his account every single day for the money back. Sure enough, on the 10th day, no money. My husband calls him and tells him that we still have not received the money. The girl reassures my husband that he will get his money back and he is going to talk to someone about it. This is such a scam.
There's just so many red flags. Why could he must have been desperate? I feel bad for him. He must have been desperate though. But let your hair do what your hair does. I mean, whatever it does, it does. That hat is hot, by the way.
Fast forward a few months of back and forth calls emails to our bank and the hair place. We found out just recently that there is no evidence at all of the guy canceling the card transaction. So this guy took about $8,000 from us, and I have no idea what to do.
$8,000 they ended up paying. That's crazy. At what point do you like? It's a lot of money to kind of throw at a guy who wants cash. No one else is there. He looks like a homeless bum they scrubbed up and threw in a white coat.
8,000. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, at some point you cut your hair and grow a beard. Exactly.
Yeah. So now I'm super pissed, and I need to know if we can get our money back.
I would recommend a divorce attorney.
Oh, how do we even start the process of doing so? Oh, God Almighty! I don't know what to say.
Yeah, those are. I can't imagine people are giving proper advice. But the first comment I saw, which was appropriate, is what state. And remember, this in the United States, every state's laws are different. It's very rarely that you're going to find something that's consistent across the board. So the first question should always be what state. But those are fun. I'm going to have to start going through those.
Yeah, I've been reading through these from time to time, and I'm just ending up with.
Mad said they're going to end up with a fake attorney. Yeah, they're going to end up with an attorney that looks like it's got disheveled, the wrinkled suit, saying "Give me cash and it's cheaper."
Oh,
don't go with the discount.
And at some point, just cut all your hair and grow a beard instead. Yeah, don't worry about your hair, because I mean, most lawyers on LawTube are kids to me, because I probably done law for much. Yeah, and but then again, as you said, some.
I like my Viking hat.
Just cut your hair, because if you look at LawTube, no matter who it is, and sometimes you just fuck it, I just grow a beard instead, and you should grow a beard instead.
We were talking about a guy and his hair plugs, so we took the hats off to show everyone our beautiful hair.
Oh, you mean the Tate brothers?
Well, no, someone commented wondering why we didn't have our hats on.
Oh.
Did I spell attorney wrong again? No, sometimes. My fingers are faster than my brain.
Now, since I'm already here, and I have a little bit of booze.
Oh wait, hang on. I gotta pour. I wasn't prepared. Skål.
Skål.
I will be right back.
I'm not sure.
Now, if you haven't subscribed to Attorney David Helm at Michigan Law Show, you should. Yeah, that's not much else to talk about. I'm still trying to get people to my stream, but that's it. You don't always get what you want. Johnny Björnis, it's party time! Yay! Eskilsson, when I met my hubby, he had long hair and goatee. Now he is losing his hair and just shaves it all off and has a beard. Still looks good to me. That's just it between woman and man. That you just find a way to work it through. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Okay. But Hellis dude should visit his bank and see if it's possible to start the chargeback case. I have no idea. Lynn Dalton, can you imagine if we were all together as a group in person? We would be laughing hysterically. Yeah, we would have so much fun. Mariam, it's getting steamy. I don't know what you're referring to, but sure. They Viking bellies are larger than I can attest to that. Yeah. I should have been taking a leak half an hour ago, but hey, what can you do? Now, if we are grifting, David, what are you doing next week?
Oh, next week I am.
Your sound is a bit horrible.
No, sorry, that was me.
Yep.
I had my mic turned off. So next week we are continuing the Letitia Stout trial. We have trial on Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and so we've been streaming that live, and it's been interesting. It's a very sad case, so I like to kind of have fun with these. My main focus is, of course, making sure that I kind of want to watch to make sure that there's proper defense and procedures and nothing out of the ordinary going on, and kind of point out some of the procedures that are either correct or incorrect, but also have fun with it. This is not the most fun case because we're talking about a child who died, but there are definitely some interesting moments. Her tape recorded phone calls with her husband were insane, and some other crazy things that she seems to be doing in the background. So it's a lot of fun on that end, even though it's a sad story. So come out, check us out at the Michigan Law Show. I think somebody tagged me or tagged the channel somewhere in the chat. So if you guys haven't subscribed, that would be appreciated. We're going to continue that tomorrow and then on to the next week. And then I will be putting out, I've got a couple of things to do on some public hearings we had regarding gun laws in Michigan. So I'll be doing that. Again, it is somewhat of a Michigan-focused channel as well. So I'll be doing that. And then I have a Zachariah Anderson closing argument video that I am putting together with some good help from a lot of probably the people in the chat here, some people in my chat as well. So that will hopefully come out next week as well. So that's what I'll be doing. But it's the Michigan Law Show, if you guys want to check me out. And we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So even if you never listen, just subscribe. That'd be fine.
Yeah. So go to David's channel and do whatever you have to do. And let's see what has happened.
We're $80 away from $7,000. Someone can donate that 80 grand or that 80 grand. Someone donate 80 grand. That'd be great. But no, the $80. Somebody in here who hasn't donated yet. It's your opportunity to get us over the $7,000. Well, you could be that hero of the stream that gets us over $7,000.
Regina King, $200. I I appreciate it immensely. Anonymous donor, $20. And anonymous donor, Niklas is the best. Thank you for doing this. Free Zachariah Anderson, $100. I am godsmacked. Because when we started this stream, we were I believe we were at $6,060. And during this stream, we have gathered $960.
Nice. That was good. We got another $80 to go, though. We got to get to that 7.
Yeah. And I am so proud of you in the chat. And whoever watches my semi-stupid rants, and I hope you will go to David Helm to watch his streams. And I don't know if I do know I will have a similar stream at the sentencing, which is May 16th, I guess.
Is it 16th or 7th? I have it down somewhere. It's in my calendar.
Yeah, it's in my calendar as well. 16th or 17th, and I will do this all over again.
Are you going to do a fundraiser video for the sentencing?
Yes, I will do a fundraisers for the sentencing. But yeah.
So I can probably leave my Letitia's. Is that a Thursday? Fingers crossed. No, it's not. I have it as the 16th, so I might leave my Letitia Stout trial on autopilot and join you for a bit.
Yeah.
If you'll have me, anyways. I don't know if you want me.
Yeah.
You might not.
Yeah, definitely. I will have you on, and we are almost 3.5 hours in, and we are getting a bit stale.
Yeah, who's going to get us over that $80, or who's going to do the $80 to get us over the $7,000 mark? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
somebody out there is going to do it right now.
You have let's say 5 more minutes to get $80 more.
Come on, someone out there is going to do it.
And let's.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. We are at 7,020. I just refreshed the screen. Nice job, guys. I think 3 anonymous donors put us over the edge, or 2 anonymous donors.
Anonymous donors. Beth Niklas, anonymous donor. Then Niklas is the best. Thank you for doing the free Zechariah Day. We are over. So we have, during this 3.5 hour, collected $1,000.
Nice. That's very good. Sorry, I was distracted by a chat. No, that's awesome. that's a very good response, and I'm glad we made it over 7,000. That was very good.
Yeah, and I'm amazed. And let's have one.
Okay, one more.
One more.
And then I'm gonna go take a nap. All right, Scott.
David, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, well, David, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you
And
for having me. It was fun. I got to try out some herring. Funny
Yeah.
enough, my wife doesn't like fish, even though she comes from Sweden. Somebody asked me if I was Swedish. I am not. My wife is.
Yeah.
And yeah, she doesn't like fish, so I never have it in the house. So this gave me an excuse to buy some herring. That was good.
Yeah, and we got over we got in over $1,000 towards the Zachariah Anderson Defense Fund. And yeah, thank you, David.
Nope. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me. And anytime.
Yeah,
Thanks everyone for listening and donating.
yeah.
That was great.
Go subscribe to David on his stream, and because he has good things to say. And other than that, I'm started to get too drunk because I'm way past half a bottle. And I will see you tomorrow at the Vices.
What are you guys covering in Vices?
I have no idea, but
Okay.
whatever it is, I will be drunk. Yeah.
All right.
Thank.
Well, have a good day, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. I see some people said that they subscribed to both Nicholas and myself. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Subscribe to David, subscribe to me, and you all have a nice day. I need to lay down and have a bit of a rest until tomorrow.
All right. Have a good evening, Nicholas.
Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.
Well, it's just all of us. We have had between 50 and 70 people. Thank you. Thank you so much, and continue to go to Mr. Anderson's Defense Fund. Meanwhile, you all have a nice day, and I'll talk to you later.